Well, g'day again. Here we are out on a beautiful sunny day, and I'm going to show you one of the trees I've shown you a few times, but I was really surprised at what I saw growing this time, because I thought I'd lost all of the plants off it. And this particular tree is this one here, the Starfruit. And if we go in really close, you'll see that this is absolutely covered in flowers. Look at how beautiful, and they're way up there. They're way up there. Anyway, I've got so many flowers, I'm quite pleased with the way that this tree is progressing. But the important thing isn't the fact that it is flowering again, and as I've said, we got a lot of crops this year out of it. And I thought a slightly earlier one, maybe a month and a half ago, had dropped all its fruit. But if I go in here, nice and tight, there's some beautiful starfruits. And along this limb here, we've got more starfruit growing out on this limb. And up in there, there's some more growing. And in fact, right here, look, there's one right there. And the tree's covered in these small starfruits. It's not going to be a big crop, but it's going to be a crop that we can enjoy a bit earlier. And as the fruit triples in size to that, maybe even more, we'll be able to enjoy this starfruit. It's a fruit that they usually use in Europe. I first ran across it in a Spanish restaurant where they were using it as a salad. But it's also a dessert. Look at those beautiful flowers. Isn't that stunning? How many flowers are there? And in fact, if you look here, you can see small little pieces of fruit. Anyway, that's my starfruit tree. I didn't get it to cut it back this year, so it's going to be a little bit hard, and the birds will really enjoy it. But I think there'll be enough fruit on there for us to enjoy. Now I'm going to swing around and show you something else that I've been doing. Now this is a garden that I started trying to prepare before I got into the deck, and I grew potatoes along here. And I'm resetting it so that I can grow another crop of potatoes. Now, if you have a look here, you'll see what I did. And if I rub a little bit off, you should be able to see some of the potatoes that have grown in this area. Oh, no, they're not in great shape, but they are here. Now, I had a pretty lean year with them. This is probably the worst crop I'm showing you. I'll come down here and see if there's any better ones. Oh, there they are. We start seeing some potatoes coming through, and there's more over here. What happened was they grew nicely, and as you can see, those straw leavings, they got quite tall. These are pink eyes, and the deer came through with the ones down in that area, and they kept eating them off. And because I've tried to pick them too late, you saw that some of them are starting to diminish because they start trying to grow, and I haven't been watering them. But I'm finding quite a few that have grown, and they're actually in the garage right now. But a little bit later on, I'll show you the completed work. I've got to do some other things before I replant them, but they're nicely away in some shade right now, out of the sun, so that they can grow. Anyway, this is what I did this morning. My fig tree. It's the wrong time of year, but I'd already started. And because I want to use my trailer here to get some cow manure to put onto the underneath the potatoes, I decided that I would clear this area out and put in some better soil so that I could get this fig tree to perform a little bit better than it has in the past. It's an interesting fig tree. It's given us one piece of fruit. So by putting some good soil around it rather than very, very dry sand, which has no value whatsoever, I've put in some that I put in my veggie garden, and that should bring on this tree in a little while. It hasn't started to form any fruit as yet, as you can see there, but they'll start to form soon and we'll be off. I've got a much nicer fig tree on the other side. This is a brown fig, the other one on the other side is a green fig. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that now, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you very much for your time.